Cameras rolled across the brightly lit studio as the audience clapped with excitement for another live episode of Good Morning America. Producers moved quickly behind the scenes while staff members adjusted microphones and checked timing cues. Everything seemed calm and perfectly organized, just like every other celebrity interview, broadcast across the country each morning. When Jackie Chan stepped onto the stage, the crowd immediately erupted into cheers. He smiled warmly, waving to fans before shaking hands with the hosts. Even after decades in Hollywood, Jackie still carried the same humble energy that audiences loved around the world. Dressed in a dark navy jacket and simple black pants, he looked relaxed and cheerful as he settled into his seat beside Michael Strahan. At first, the conversation flowed smoothly. Michael praised Jackie's legendary film career, mentioning how generations had grown up watching his action movies. Jackie laughed modestly and thanked the audience for their continued support. The studio atmosphere felt lighthearted, and viewers at home likely expected another entertaining celebrity segment filled with funny stories and movie promotion. Michael then shifted the conversation toward the risks Jackie had taken throughout his career. He asked about injuries from stunt work, bringing up several well-known accidents from movie sets. Jackie nodded politely and explained how filmmaking had changed over the years. He spoke about discipline, teamwork, and how dangerous scenes required trust between performers and crew members. The audience listened carefully as Jackie described broken bones, surgeries, and years of physical recovery. Despite the painful memories, he still smiled while talking about the sacrifices he had made for his craft. His calm tone made it clear he wasn't looking for sympathy. He simply viewed those moments as part of the journey, but the atmosphere began to shift when Michael jokingly questioned whether some of Jackie's legendary stunt stories had been exaggerated over the years. A few audience members laughed uncertainly, unsure whether the comment was meant as harmless humor. Jackie's smile faded slightly. Michael continued, mentioning how modern action stars often relied on visual effects rather than real stunts. Then he compared Jackie's older films to today's technology-heavy productions, suggesting audiences sometimes romanticize the past too much. Jackie remained composed at first. He quietly explained that practical stunt work required enormous preparation and genuine physical risk. He added that while technology could improve movies, it could never fully replace the dedication performers once brought to action filmmaking. Instead of moving on, Michael pressed further. He asked whether Jackie believed younger actors were less committed than stars from his generation. The question immediately changed the mood in the room. Jackie paused before answering carefully. "I never say younger actors are bad," Jackie replied softly. "Every generation works differently." Michael leaned forward and responded with another sharp comment, implying that some people in Hollywood considered Jackie old-fashioned because he preferred traditional action choreography. The audience grew noticeably quieter. Jackie tried to laugh it off, but the tension was becoming visible. He crossed his arms slightly and glanced toward the production crew before answering again. "Old-fashioned may be okay," he said calmly, "but respect for hard work should never become old-fashioned." A few audience members applauded, sensing the discomfort building between the two men. The hosts sitting nearby exchanged nervous looks as producers whispered urgently through their headsets behind the cameras. Michael then brought up criticism surrounding some of Jackie's recent films performing below expectations at the box office. He asked whether Jackie felt his era of action superstardom was coming to an end. The question landed heavily. For a brief moment, Jackie said nothing. The silence stretched across the studio while cameras stayed fixed on his expression. His polite smile had completely disappeared now. Finally, Jackie leaned slightly toward Michael and answered in a calm but serious voice. "You know, success is not only money or big opening weekend," he said. "For me, success is when people still smile after watching my movies 20 years later." The audience applauded loudly. Some people even stood briefly in support. But Michael interrupted again before the applause fully settled, suggesting that nostalgia alone could not keep an actor relevant forever. That was the moment everything changed. Jackie slowly removed his microphone, pack, and placed it carefully on the table beside him. The movement instantly caught everyone's attention. One producer near the cameras looked completely stunned while another rushed toward the stage from backstage. Michael attempted to laugh awkwardly, assuming Jackie was joking. But Jackie's expression remained serious. "I come here to talk about movie, fans, future," Jackie said firmly. "Not to disrespect people or generations." The room fell silent. One of the co-hosts tried stepping in to ease the tension, but Jackie gently raised his hand. He stood from his chair while the audience watched in disbelief. "For many years, I risked my life making films for audience around world," he continued. "People can criticize movies, that okay? But respect should always stay." Michael's smile faded as he realized the situation was no longer playful television banter. He attempted to respond, saying he meant no disrespect and was simply asking tough questions. But Jackie had already made up his mind. He bowed politely toward the audience, thanking them for their support. Many people clapped loudly, while others appeared shocked by what was unfolding live on air. Without another word, Jackie turned and walked calmly off the stage. The cameras quickly cut to a wide studio shot as producers scrambled. Behind the scenes, one host tried to continue the segment while another glanced nervously toward the backstage area. Michael sat quietly for several seconds, visibly uncomfortable as the audience murmured among themselves. Within minutes, clips from the tense exchange began spreading online. Social media exploded with reactions, from viewers debating whether Michael had crossed the line or whether the situation had simply spiraled out of control during live television. Fans around the world defended Jackie, praising the dignity and restraint he showed before leaving the interview. Many highlighted how calmly he handled repeated comments that seemed increasingly personal. Later that evening, entertainment reporters discussed the dramatic moment across television and online platforms. Some insiders claimed producers had hoped the interview would create viral headlines, but nobody expected Jackie to actually walk away on live television. Yet for many viewers, the most unforgettable part wasn't the tension itself. It was the quiet way Jackie Chan chose respect over argument, standing up calmly, thanking the audience, and leaving with dignity while the entire studio watched in stunned silence.